Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. Gives me an energetic donation to the channel, helps me tune into you. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates from these collective readings and toss the rest. And let's call in spirit. Let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your whitest light, please give me a clear message for the collective. One that brings healing, hope, and understanding of the situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. And beautiful each and every one of you are. I love you. Agape love to each and every one of you. I hope you had a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening. These are timeless readings. So whenever you press the play button or you were guided to like the title or whatever, I certainly do appreciate that. And let's do some Reiki-esque. Let's do it. Let's get started. Selenite stick, and this is for cleansing, passing it through. And if you don't like this Reiki portion of it, you can certainly fast forward to the actual tarot reading if you like. Now, these do make sounds, so if you do have sensitivity or you're wearing headphones, you might want to lower the volume. In 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. This is for cleansing, black obsidian. Okay, this is tiger's eye. It's in a tower. So what this does is it actually serves as protection. So protect this space, protect my beautiful collective. There you go. Protection for you, protection for you, protection for us all. We could all use some protection. Let's see what else we got. I got the nut rattle, which I love to do. But I do it light because it's nighttime. I don't want to wake anybody up if I don't have to. If somebody's sleeping up in here. And of course, we want to bang the gong to make it official-like and call in spirit. In 3, 2, 1, go. There we go. Thank you very much. I love it. I love that gong. Okay, so what we're gonna do is start this reading. Let's get the overall energy. I have 2 tarot decks, some oracle clarifiers as well. Okay, so Spirit, give me a message here for the overall collective. One that brings them some clarification. And manifest what it is that you're looking for to get out of this reading. Focusing on the person that you have in mind for this reading. All right, so what we have here is moving on to calmer waters. This is like a transition. Yes. It's 6 of Wands. So maybe you had to heal, move forward from a situation, move away from a person. It's like it's saying transitional stage of a relationship where something had to, one or the other had to move away. This could be you, an Empress. An Empress is considered every queen of the deck. And that takes an awful lot of bullshit that a person has to go through in order to achieve this. And if I say he or she, energy does not have a gender, so don't take that as law, meaning it's not my reading because I'm not a man or I'm not a woman. It's energy. So you can display a man, a female, or masculine energy. We have both within us. And when we can balance that out, our feminine and masculine energies, that's when the Empress status or Empress status is achievable. So somebody achieved that, but it had to be after moving away from somebody or something, because there was a judgment call. It was an awakening that was necessary, a necessary evil. Wasn't an easy transition, was not an easy decision, is what I'm hearing. Ooh, man. Okay, so what we have here is a loss, yeah? Sadness, grief, despair, bereavement. It was like a mourning period. You had to lose something. See the cups? You had to walk away from it. And it put you in the dark night of the soul. Like I said, to achieve Empress status, you have to embody every queen of the deck. When you're an emperor, you embody every king of the deck. But with that said, just because you're a female does not mean you can't display the attributes of a king, nor if you're a masculine energy born male, does that mean that you cannot display the attributes of a queen. And that does not define you or your sexual orientation, okay? Because this is energy. So someone, a queen, many queens of the decks, right, an empress, had to walk away in order for her or him to achieve, or they or them, right, to achieve this status. They had to lose something significant. It was a judgment call, and it could have been by the universe too, that a separation had to take place. But it was grief, mourning, sadness. Yep. Fear and anxiety. Four of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Swords are here a lot. It can be conflict, clarity, and truth. A truth, whether you wanted to admit it or not, something wasn't working. Something wasn't working in a connection. And I feel like it was you that had to make the choice to leave. Because the situation would have continued if you would have stayed. Like I used the spinner. Round and round and round we go. Where it stops, nobody knows, right? It's like, it just, maybe you were spinning out of control for a long time, not knowing which way to go in a certain situation. And Spirit was like, enough is enough. A judgment had to be made. And you would have continued to pour into empty cups. You would have continued to sacrifice yourself. You would have continued to be miserable. And that person or persons would have continued to drain you until there was nothing left. There's a nostalgia here. Yeah, there's a nostalgia here where somebody is thinking about the past, or you are thinking about the past. Take what resonates, right? Flip the roles. But I feel like somebody was looking at a situation and maybe even making more of it than it deserved. Because it looks like it's looking at a situation. 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups. It's 6 of Cups here. Looking at it from a younger perspective. Could have been family. Could have been family. Left out in the cold, hardships, poverty, negative change. You didn't want to do it. Feeling like the world was against you. Somebody feels like they're left out in the cold. Yeah. 5 of Pentacles, and that is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Maybe people that you poured so much into now feel impoverished because you're no longer pouring into their cups, their empty cups. Cups they never even filled for you, but had to hand out for them. That's what I'm seeing here. Yep. And it wasn't a punishment on your part, and I don't feel like it was a punishment on the universe's part or Spirit's part or God's part. I feel like it had to do with a judgment that in order for you to move forward in your life and not stay stuck in situations that were never going to serve you to your benefit, a Spirit had to move you out of the situation. And Ace of Swords is here, so new beginnings, breakthroughs, and victories are yours to be had. And a clarity about Swords is clarity, Swords is truth, and cutting through the bullshit, okay? And I feel like this is what had to happen in order for you to move ahead. A lot of swords here today. Oh boy, look at this sword. Endings. 10 of Swords. You were backstabbed by people and kept stuck. Look at this one right here. 8 of Swords. restricted, not moving anywhere, and you never were going to. Now you're working hard, doing your due diligence, working on something, maybe a new job and employment, right? New beginnings in a job, new beginnings in your life. Eight of Pentacles. You're working on something, a craft. It's like you've had this resilience, this wounded warrior, battle weary but still standing type of energy. 9 of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You took a chance, the Fool, and started from zero. Started from the beginning. But you are an Empress, you are a High Priestess, using intuitive gifts, right? Now that you're on the other side of it, you can stand there and say, there's a reason why this happened. Ace of Wands, a new beginning all the way around, good news, a new start, a new passion, something that is going to pay off for you. But it had to end a connection or a situation with somebody else. So let's get into it. Let's get into the hard truths. Let's not wait anymore. Let's get into my new deck here. Hard truth, Spirit, give me a reason why this happened. Why did this person have to walk away from a situation? What changed? What made this whole thing change, Spirit? Why did they have to move away? My viewer. Shame. Ooh, what the hell? Shame wraps you in a cloak of lonely silence, convincing you that your flaws define you. Expose the shame to light. Only then can you begin to heal and alter the course of your destiny. Shame wraps you in a cloak of lonely silence, convincing you your flaws define... Oh, boy. Say you had to walk away from a family and you were a parent. You might be ashamed that you had to walk away from this family. And you carry the guilt of that. Oh, boy. Any other card, Spirit, as to why this person to walk away? Good vibes. You're surrounded by uplifting energy. Take this as a sign you're on a supported path to the greatest good. So you needed to walk away. These people were maybe shaming you as a bad parent. Maybe they made you feel a certain way. Whether it was you were a parent and people made you feel like you were a terrible parent, or you were in a relationship with somebody that made you feel like you were less than, you had to walk away from these individuals, and you're going to be put on a path, if you haven't already, on a path of support and a change in the wind, where you're going to do better outside of these individuals. It is what it is. Energy drain. This opportunity will deplete you. Reevaluate your involvement and seek opportunities that rejuvenate and inspire you. So you're on this good vibe path, maybe even attracting a different vibe, a different tribe, this new vibe. But an energy drain was what you had in the past, and there could be an opportunity to go back to that, or you're thinking you should go back to that. And this is your confirmation. This tarot reading that universe is saying to you, that Spirit's saying to you, this God's saying to you, you would just go back to being drained and feeling ashamed. It's a poor investment. This venture will drain your resources without yielding worthwhile returns. Redirect your efforts to more aligned opportunities. So there could be an opportunity for you to go into business with somebody or to collaborate with somebody. But Spirit is saying, caution you to be careful of any investments, dealings with other people, because you could go right back to the same situation that you were in, where you were shamed, drained, and it was a poor investment, but it's a different person, but the same person in a different meat soup. You understand? It's going to be testing you. Yes, reckless. You're acting like you don't care, waiting for it to crash and burn. Be warned, it's easier to change course now than to clean up the mess later on. Somebody is wanting that for you. Somebody was reckless with you. Somebody made a poor investment. This could be about somebody else. Take what resonates and leave the rest, and flip the roles. If you wanted to find out what was happening with your person, your past person, this could be them. They could be ashamed of the way they treated you. Okay? They're seeing you in a happier place. But this person was an energy vampire who poorly invested in other people and situations and is reckless. Yep. Hopelessness is a draining cycle, making it seem like there's no way forward. Even in the darkest moments, a single step forward can spark the light needed to find your way out. So this person's feeling hopeless because of their recklessness. They made a bad choice. And maybe they didn't realize how bad they were to you until you were gone. Maybe this hurt this person's ego. This could be totally about this other person, this reading. But if you are feeling ashamed of walking away from a situation, you really didn't have a choice, because Spirit stepped in on this. Because they were draining you. It was a poor investment. And though you feel bad about it, and maybe even guilty, Spirit saying you made the right decision to go in the forward direction. But somebody here is the person from your past who did this to you, is also feeling the effects of how they treated you. Failure and anxiety. Avoiding failure also means avoiding success. You're stuck in planning mode and your potential is locked away. Success is achieving by trying. So move forward with whatever plans that you're making, and don't talk yourself out of it. And don't allow other people to talk you out of it either. You might be anxious about what you're in the planning stages, or going to school, or should I, could I, would I. Spirit saying yes, do it. Because it's going to be successful as long as you invest in it. You've got to be all in. Or otherwise, there's the potential for you to fall back. And you don't want to go back. It's like I've always say, you don't want to go back, stick your foot back in a bear trap once you've freed yourself. It's like, there's reasons why things end. And at the time, it's heartbreaking and it's sad, and it just tears a piece of you away that you don't gain back. You leave a piece of yourself with people, especially when you invest so much time and energy in people. But there's no such thing as a coincidence. When things end, it's because it was meant to end, my loves. An unspoken truth. There are truths that need to be addressed and can no longer be avoided. Bring these to light to clear the path forward, and you need to do that. You need to be honest with yourself as to why this ended, and stop making excuses for people that wouldn't even give you the time of the day. They wouldn't make excuses for you. In fact, if anything, they're blaming you for everything that's going wrong in their life. Be honest. Even if it's family, it doesn't mean that these people are for your higher good. If they're shaming you, if they're making you feel like you are a problem, they need to see what life is like on the other side of your energy, basically. They're going to see that it wasn't you that was the problem. It was them and the way they thought of things. Not that you're punishing people, but there are consequences to every action. There are consequences. And if a person doesn't recognize it, they're going to find out when the repercussions happen. All right, let's see. And I forgot to mention in the beginning, if I haven't mentioned it now, I don't know how much I'm into it, 18 minutes into it, that the comments are opened right now, and I welcome people commenting as long as it's, I'm not like unafraid of people saying, well, it's the same readings or it's a boring reading. It is what it is. People, I'm not going to change who I am or how I speak, okay? If I'm not the tarot reader for you, I'm not the tarot reader for you, but you don't need to get ugly in the comments. And my page is not for selling your things either. I don't want that either. If it does get negative, I will report you. Okay, even if you block me, I will find out that you're blocking me and you're doing fuck shit on my tarot channel, and you will be blocked. So just so you know, don't get scammed. I do not do personal readings, and I'm not going to give you a WhatsApp, or I'm not going to be commenting on the other side of this. I might eventually do that, but it'll be very clear when I decide that I want to comment on anything that's being said. For now, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I just don't want anything bad to happen where you get scammed like other people do on other tarot channels. Don't get scammed. Don't click on or interact with people and, you know, give money, because I'm not asking anybody for money, okay? Just so you know. I know I should have said that from the beginning. And I waited this long. All right. Karmic bonds, unresolved issues from the past life cycles, unstable relationship. You had to break the chains of this shit because it wasn't going to get you anywhere. And this person could be, you know, facing their demons, or they need to, eye to eye with the demons within. We all got to face that. We all have this, what does it say, that the good angel, the bad angel? If we can't face our past, we can't face the lessons that we're here for on this journey called life, we are going to be, what is it, cursed to repeat them. That's basically it. We can't figure it out in this lifetime. We're just going to be, you know, unfortunately back on that karmic wheel in the next one. So we got to break the chains of whatever toxicities that we have and be honest about it. Maybe we were too codependent on a person. We weren't more self-sufficient. Maybe we put too much eggs in one basket and weren't as independent and free as we should have been. We allowed other people to dictate to us what we should and shouldn't do. Even as adults, we do that. And that was a problem in this connection. Somebody was verbally abusive to you and spreading rumors about you as well, lies and slander. Could be a family member. It could be the past, you know, relationship you were in. You know, don't dismiss that just because they would never do that. Yes, they would. Yeah, they would. Family would do it. Twin flames would do it. Absolutely. There's nobody on this earth that's incapable of doing something like that. If they're pissed enough, if they feel like that you left them with nothing, if they feel jealous, oh hell yeah, they would. I don't want to hear that. Watch for the signs. The universe is guiding you in the right direction. The universe is holding your hand, okay? Or carrying you at times, right? Footprints in the sand. Look at that poem. It's awesome. And they're saying, let's go. It's time to go, my friend. Time to go, baby. No more are you to be abused by this person or anybody else for that matter. Their prayers are useless, divine intervention, unforgiven abomination. This is what I'm saying. Don't dismiss that this person's not capable of fuck shit, because the universe seen and heard things in rooms that you weren't privy to, or phone lines that you didn't have access to. Yeah, they did. Sit and watch, observe, then make your move. Okay? Somebody had to sit, maybe you, for a time and watch, and maybe your intuition was pricking at you that something wasn't right here, okay? Or maybe this was your ancestors watching, sitting and observing and said, hell no, make your move, time, now's the time, get my baby out of here. And that's what they did. That's what they did. They moved your ass out because you would have never done it on your damn own, and you know it. You were too invested, you know, too like emotionally invested, maybe financially invested. You were too invested in this situation to see the forest for the fucking trees. Let's face it. But this person wasn't for your higher good at all. They were here to teach you a lesson. Maybe you were here to help that person to ascend, and they just didn't see it. Did not fucking see it. Two of Wands. Two of Wands. You just had to realize that this was not going to be for your better good. This was not a good collaboration, but I feel like there is going to be a collaboration. There is going to be somebody that you are going to work with. Five of Wands. Somebody that's not going to keep you stuck or put you in competition with other people like this person did. The Moon. And in numerology, adding two numbers together, that makes a 9. There's an ending here. No more illusions about what this person was trying to do to you. No more. Five of Cups, empty cups. No more empty cups. You're going to be working with people of quality. You're going to be pouring into equal reciprocity. No longer being stuck. No longer being empty inside is what I'm hearing. Somebody that's a King of Cups is coming towards you. Balanced. Ready to pour into you. Ready to show how they feel. No hiding. No holding back. Looks like Seven of Wands is here. No more stuck energy anymore. No more competition. Like somebody throwing other people in your face or trying to make you jealous. No more backstabbing. 10 of Swords. You've been there, done that. Got the scars to prove it. You don't need that fuck shit anymore. I feel like you can even breathe easier. If you were honest with yourself, there's a weight that's lifted being away from this person. There's a judgment again. Judgment. It's about time you saw the truth for what it is and what it was never going to be with this person. I know you have a lot of history with this person. You have a lot of nostalgia. They weren't worth it. 10 of Wands. It was always going to be a roadblock with this person. Wishing and hoping, but never being satisfied is what I'm hearing from Spirit. You have the world. Success. But it's not going to be with this person. Queen of Wands. Sexy. Single. Successful. That's going to be your future. Not with this person. And I feel like you know that. But you're trying to live in the land of denial. You do. You really are. And I feel like through time and healing, you're going to see why something happened. 8 of Swords is here. It's just like locked in. Not moving. Stuck energy. Hangman is here again. Hangman. This is what they wanted for you, my love. They were never going to allow you to be all that you could be and progress. The King of Swords is a head over heart person, a logical person, not somebody that pours in love into you and shows you that side. A guarded individual, balanced but yet not emotional, and you needed emotional. The Chariot moved you away from this person. 3 of Swords, from the heartbreak and the disappointment and maybe even the toxicities. The Devil's here. Yep, there's an Emperor here. Maybe an Emperor that is going to pour into you. Or an Emperor that's going to come towards you. Somebody that's going to give you that equal reciprocity. I'm telling you, you're working on things and you're elevating to, you're an Empress and a High Priestess. You know intuitively this person wasn't good for you. Hermit. Maybe right now you're in isolation because you need to be, my loves. You need to see the truth and be honest. The universe, God, your ancestors, they're all behind you. They love you. And they want you to succeed. They want you to be happy. So be happy. Don't look back. Move forward. If you want to pray for this person, absolutely pray for this person. But don't get stuck in their karma. That's all I have for you today at Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join my tribe because I'd love to have you. Till next time, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.